Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. Once again, this is Jason with Signature Esports. We are live with the Whelen Modified series. All of our great Thursday nights ready for some fun, lovely little action. Qualifying is just now getting underway, and we're going to go racing very, very shortly. We are at Stafford Speedway. And another great situation to be had with these vehicles. You're going to watch some of the qualifying go as the 04 Janowski jumps out there. Some news to be had, of course, and always, is the DSR Whelen Modifieds. We're going to move from Thursdays to Tuesdays here very, very shortly. Within the next couple of weeks or so. So you're going to get to look forward to that as the 04 goes back out to retry the qualifying lap, getting up to speed right there. But speaking of other things that we're going to have going on, make sure that you check these guys out on Monday nights. As Mitchell Janowski keeps turning his qualifying laps right here. Talking about some news inside the Discord channel right there. So these guys are out there to do a great job and have a little bit of fun. As qualifying is over with, they're going to start gridding in right here from the Stafford Speedway, the All-American Series of the Whelen Modified. So these are the Whelen Modifieds, not the SKs, in which we're accustomed to seeing. But they are a little harder to drive. I went out and tested the track myself. Exit of the corners gets kind of slippery until everything gets laid out right there. But, of course, and always, the Whelen Modified series, this DSR Whelen Modifieds, they are brought to you by Innovox Solutions. Innovox Solutions is a developer and distributor of superior oxidative disinfecting solutions for use in both the home and the workplace. Their goal is to provide products that quickly eliminate bacteria, viruses, mold, and mildew, odors, and allergens from environments that could be potential health threats without exposing users to harsh chemicals and harmful residues. To find out more information about Innovox Solutions, go to innovoxsolutions.com. That's INNOVOX Solutions.com. Great company, great people over there to work with, and fantastic sponsor, of course, and always. We're going to go over our grid as everybody kind of lines up in there. Mitchell Janowski is going to be your pole sitter, as he is right there. Show you the grid brought to you by Innovox Solutions. Mitchell Janowski is going to be the 04 right there. He's going to start on the inside of Matt Levitt at number 14. Matt Levitt and I had a nice conversation earlier before the race. He wanted to say his hellos. Chris Andretta in the 25 machine is going to start inside of Stephen Witt right there in the number 11. More qualifying results. Sean Corcoran in the number 43 right here. And Michael Newton, the 67. That's going to be your 5th and 6th place. Rose Marie. George Jackson in the number 7. And Donald Wooten in the number 3. And great practices, 7th and 8th accordingly. Lights are going to be off on the pace car right here. We're going to go back and get some more qualifying. Ruben Altiste, the number 59. Someone to look forward to seeing work his way through the field, starting 9th. And then starting 10th, Michael Newbraw in the 05. And that should be it, besides Patrick Moore in the number 38, starting 11th, back there in row 6. Let's get rid of the grid. Long look at the front stretch right there as the pace car leads these guys around. And next lap, we're going to go green flag racing right here from Stafford Speedway with the DSR Whelen Modifieds. As everything's starting to tighten up right there. Some good schemes out there this week as well, and we're gonna go through those and see those. Pace car gets on to pit road, and you see him running to the front stretch. There is the 04 Mitchell Janowski out front, and the green flag waves. We are high speed action. The DSR Whelen Modifieds. They said cautions may happen quick and early, and Matt Levitt kind of gets turned just a little bit back there. Or gets stopped back there, but back up here, going to restart in that third place position. But Mitchell Janowski gets that first lap up, and we're going to be 125 laps here. You know, in the description it said 75 laps. Apologize about that, I took that off the schedule. 125 laps from Stafford and Motor Speedway, so a long race in this half-mile track. All good things. All good things. There's that Sunoco 04 of Mitchell Janowski right there. A couple of fast fixes on board for everybody. And so they can get back out there and start racing again. Looks like they just got kind of turned around back there. Waiting for my little timing screen to pop up real quick. Normally I'm a little faster at it. .04 out front. Chris Andretti's going to restart on the outside, number 25. Matt Levitt's going to restart in third. Shane Corcoran in fourth, and Michael Newton's going to restart in fifth. Back to our session events. Watched a lot of the practice, and the exits being highly slick right there. So let's go back and kind of see what happened here to get everybody turned around. That was Ruben Ortiz, but I just kind of went off track there. There was nothing right there. Let's go back to the restart of the race as we catch back up with our leader. There it is, right there. We're going to select the number 11 right there, because I think that's where that happened. Select another camera. Here we are. Quick play on that real quick. We're right around with him. Right up there with Matt Levitt. And it looks like he got turned around. It looks like the 67. Michael Newton was right in there. Just turned him around, flipped the switch, and they were back to it. So the 11 of Stephen Awitt sitting back there. We're back to live conditions once again, and we're going green. Mitchell Janowski out front to 04 gets a great restart. 25 of Chris Andretti right behind him. Slick track as we continue to move forward. Everybody sitting nice and clean. Here's the 04 of Janowski. Long look at the front stretch. There they are. That's the separation. 0.3 of a second. As the 04 tries to get out and drive ahead of the field on the backstretch into turn 3. And we are right here. Lap 7 being completed under green flag conditions. Matt Levitt in third. Michael Newbrow back to fifth. Number 11, Stephen Witt, 7 seconds off the race interval right there, but that could just be something he has to work through. He's there about a quarter of a lap away. Green flag still going. Someone going on the pit road right there, or at least into the pavement into pit road. Chris Andretti trying to close the gap between himself and the 04 Andretti in that 25 machine. Right there on the back tail, going to drive hard on the inside, forcing the 04 to stay up front, or stay up high. Driving hard in the middle lane. The 25 gets a head of steam, and now is out front. Chris Andretti is your race leader going into turn 3. Little loose segment right there, but nothing too bad. Matt Levitt closing the distance as well right there on Mitchell Janowski. Chris Andretti, your race leader. after 11 laps. Fast track. It's only a half-mile long. Let's jump on over to a little information. Half-mile track for track turn, Stafford Motor Speedway, Stafford Springs, right here in the United States. Track temperature at the time of this race is at 100 degrees. 0-4 of Janowski, not ready to give up the lead just yet, as he continues to try to make a move on the 25, finding what line works for him. Separation 2.8 seconds from fourth to Matt Lovett in that third. Got the intervals between cars, you see it right there. Weather right here, brought to you by NASCAR on iRacing. Track weather at Stafford, 78 degrees in the air temperature, wind direction out of the north at 2 miles an hour. There's 1% humidity, no fog, partly cloudy conditions in this E-Series race. So far, the race summary is Chris Andretta out front. Laps completed 13 of 125, 112 laps remaining. One caution for 4 laps and 1 lead change, and you see it right there, Chris Andretta sitting out front. Caution is out. As you're going to see the guys slow down. Go back and see what happened when it loads up to me. Little overlay thing going on right there. All right, well, while this thing loads up, we're gonna put you on a long transition. I'm gonna move some things around. Be right back with you. The Innovox Solutions, the logo, top right corner, InnovoxSolutions.com, to bring you all of those in-home healthcare solution needs. Cleaning is very important right about now, and that's where you can go and get all of those cleaning chemicals, and make sure you go to the About page. There's a lot of things over there. Contact information for them as well. Great folks. And I went back to look at the incident. I'm going to go back to 2x2. Here it looked like this was the incident in question as they were coming around. Donald Newton in the number 3 came off track, tries to come back up, and finds himself just a little bit loose. Trying to figure out what happened with the caution. I don't see it, don't see it, don't see it. Still don't see it. And 7 gives him a little push out of the way right there. Waiting to see where it happened. You know, sometimes cautions get a little bit fuzzy. They get a little bit weird. I don't know what happened there, but we'll go back to live conditions. They are side by side, ready to go back to green flag conditions right here from Stafford Motor Speedway. My name is Jason with Signature Esports, broadcasting right here with the iRacing Spectacular. There's this part of the finest guy showing up in 25 and Chris Andretta out front. You see a couple of guys going to get wheel to wheel right there, but good restart nonetheless. A couple of cars going high right there. The 0-4, Janowski trying to make his line stick. Matt Lovett right there as well. exciting racing. Look what's going on in the back there. You see the gap in the interval. Chris Andretti, Mitchell Drudowski out front. Matt Lovett right behind him, 0.2 of a second off of Drudowski. Tires are going to have to be saved, that is for sure. Gap from Newbrow to the leader, 1.8 seconds in climbing, as now Mitchell Drudowski leads, making that little bit of pass, some lost time right there from Andretti. As Matt Lovett moves up into second place. Lap 24 being completed right here from virtual Stafford Motor Speedway. A lot of fun and exciting racing happening right here all week long. We went from broadcasting on Sundays. Now the Not Ready for Sunday Night Racing League's taking their seasonal break, so we're going to be doing some different things. Speaking of different things, if you didn't hear before in the beginning of the broadcast, DSR Whelen Modifieds is going to move over to Tuesday nights. We've got some scheduled things with the summer series, so they're going to move over to Tuesday nights, and we're going to be broadcasting right about the same time, same bat channel. Speaking of channels, finally we have everything working on every channel that we have. There's the 25 man Andretti trying to pass. Caution's out once again. Trying to pass Matt Lovett. I don't know if that was before or after the caution came out, but nonetheless, we will see how things shake back up. We have all of our broadcasts on twitch.tv/JLFollow, and you get to see all that. That is going to change next week to Signature Esports, because we've finally got the ability to get all of that changed over. And then we're also on YouTube. If you search Signature Media in YouTube, you'll see Signature Media Esports, and that is us. We have a couple of different things. We have other things that we have done on there as well. As you see a lap car right there getting weaved around, or it was just at the end of everything, not sure. Also, we are on Facebook on 2 locations, the DSR Whelen Modified series page, and we are also on Signature Esports. So make sure you give a like, share, smash that like button as many times as you can until it says that you like it, and then thumbs up on YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscription, or hit the subscribe button. Give us a share out there to all of your folks. Follow us on Twitch. You can subscribe on Twitch as well. All of that money that we raise on Twitch goes to a local nonprofit here. We've amassed a little bit. I've got it all saved. We're going to do something big for them. The Wonderland Camp over here in the Lake of the Ozarks area, right here in the heart of Missouri. Great not-for-profit camp out there that is a special needs camp. They do great things. People travel from all over the country to be there, and that's what we try to make sure that we are a part of. Make sure that you can also hear me. Lights are still on the pace car. Lap 30 being completed under caution. Mitchell Drudowski out front. Chris Andretti is going to restart outside, and then get the 14 of Matt Lovett right there. Said George Jackson, that number 7 car, got bumped and looks like he got turned around right there. He sure did. Ooh, blown motor. Good job escaping right there. That was the reason for the caution on lap 27. Go back to our race leader under live conditions. Lights are off on the pace car. They're going to go 2 by 2. First car not on the lead lap is the number 11 of Stephen Witt, and to get another caution, he stays out of it. He'll get that lucky dog position. George Jackson now 3 laps down. Patrick Moore 15 laps down, and Jeffrey Herrick out there. That guy looks to be like he is race control for the day. Pace car goes into the pit stalls, and coming around turn 4, we're back to green flag conditions from Stafford Motor Speedway. 04, Drudowski out front, 25 takes the dive right there in front of Matt Lovett. the number 14. 05, Michael Newbra, he was making some waves right there. Trying to stay high above Shane Corcoran in the number 43. We spoke of him earlier. Ruben Altisse right there running 6th position. Back under caution once again. As cautions breed cautions. But it wasn't back-to-back, so I don't think that we're going to get a... Don't think we're going to get a single file restart in here. I could be wrong, but that should not happen. It says lap 32. Michael Newton went off track. Michael Newton's right there in that number 67 machine. Gets right into the back bumper of the 3 on the brake. And gets turned around. Tough brake right there. Braking ran right into the 3 of Donald Wooten, who's running in 7th place, and then got spun around by that. I think that was the number 11 behind him. I'm not quite sure. There it is. Free lap pass right there from the number 3, and Steve Lewis going to stay where he is at because he was got some contact because of the 67 getting spun around right there. 04 Dranowski out front. And your top 5 looks to be like this. Mitchell Dranowski, Chris Andretta, Matt Lovett, Shane Corcoran, and Mr. Newbra officially, because iRacing says so. I hope everybody is out there having a fantastic 4th of July weekend or the start of it. Don't blow your fingers off. Make sure that you are safe and your children are safe. Don't drink and drive. And of course, and always, if I would do it, you probably shouldn't do it. I love the 4th of July. It's one of my favorite holidays. Celebrating the freedom and the wonderful, wonderful country that we live in. And we just had Canada Day, by the way. So happy birthday to Canada. That was just a few days ago. Very happy to see all of our Canada drivers out there supporting their. They were flying their schemes over the week, and just a wonderful, wonderful experience. We get to meet people from all over the world right here in the iRacing community. Some things coming up for Signature Esports every Wednesday night. We do a Wednesday night iRacing cash race. You can find out more information about that as the lights are off on the pace car. We go 2x2 back to green here in just a little bit. Go to our Facebook page and click some of the links in there. We've got that in there. We're going to update that with the schedule here in the next day or so. Be a part of that. Go to signatureesports.com. Click on the Wednesday night iRacing cash entry, and you can fill out that information. Select the terms and conditions, join our Discord, and you are ready to go for the Wednesday night racing. But we're back to racing right here. 04 Dranowski, maybe you're up front. There is the 14 of Matt Lovett trying to force the 25 to go a little bit higher to take that place, but the 25, and the 4 kind of get into each other just a little bit, choking up the field, and Matt Lovett having to go down low. And this is staying green. New race leader Shane Corcoran out there. Holy goodness gracious, that was aggressive racing. Donald Wooten right there in 2nd place, an A-class driver and a D-class driver right there trying to make it work. Donald Wooten trying to give his contention some space. And it looks like the 25 gets right into the side of Donald Wooten right there, just a little bit. I don't know who was going up and who was going down. There's the 25 trying to make that line work, get back to the race lead. Shane Corcoran out front by 0.5 of a second. Caution's going to fly. And holy goodness gracious. I want to go back to that restart. That restart was aggressive. Fun and aggressive. We're going to go back to it right here. Here's that restart. There's Matt Lovett right there. Whoop. Wrong camera. Everybody kind of getting all over the place right there. Matt Lovett has to dive off. There's the 25. There's the 4. Everybody choking up. The 4 trying to ride right next to the wall to stay out of the way. And there it is. There's the 43 out front. 67 has to dive off. And we're going to come around and we're going to see there's a replay of that right there. There's the 67 of Newbrow right there, or the 05 of Newbrow right there. He comes off track right here. And has to slow up just a little bit, trying to make sure he takes the entrance properly. There's the 05. We're going to see what happens in the back of the field to cause this caution we saw just a little bit ago. Oh, that's all right. We see family is important. It is that time of year. The 04 right there. Oh, that was what it was. Looked like we had somebody get turned and spun around right there. Didn't catch who it was, but nonetheless, we are going to go back to green flag racing here very, very shortly. The lights are still on the pace car, so family is very important. Got somebody out there on Facebook letting us know that they couldn't make the race tonight. It's okay. We appreciate you, of course, and always. Because it is a private group, the DSR Whelen Modified private group on Facebook. We can't see who's sending it, but that's okay. We got you. I got you. I will acknowledge it. If you got a favorite driver out there, make sure that you put their name in there. I will follow along with them. We will try to ride along with some drivers here in just a little bit. And, of course and always, we enjoy having everybody here. Shane Corcoran out front. I'm going to say Corcoran or Cochran, whatever you had, however you say it. I want to make sure that it's pronounced as easy as possible. He's going to restart everything. Donald Wooten's going to restart on the outside. D-class driver who helps me race control a few times here and there. He was great help over the week. As the 3 right there, everybody checking out. Big restart for Shane Corcoran. 25 of Chris Andretta. And the 3 of Wooten falls back into place right there. Oh, someone got turned around. We're going to go back to yellow. Eric Schaefer, hey buddy. Yeah, it doesn't show me the names up there, so I apologize about that from the DSR side. It does show me from the Signature Esports. So Eric Schaefer out there, not able to race tonight. He had some family over, but he says hello. How are you? And doing a great job of being a part of the participating crowd. Start a watch party out there. Share this stuff out there with all of your friends, and have some fun. We're going to go back. We're going to see this replay right here. There's the restart. 05 getting turned right there, trying to run that middle line, and then comes back in and says hello to the pace car. There's Michael Newbrow right there getting spun around. Looks like just a little wheel and rear contact. We'll see how his car does. He is at the tail end of the field, but ready to rock and roll. There's your race leader, Sean Corcoran out there. Chris Andretti's going to restart on the outside of him. Donald Wooten's going to be right behind the race leader, Michael Newton, in that 67 machine. Speaking of Michael Newton, let's take a look at his car. I like his car. Right there, very patriotic. He's been showing this to all the guys all day long, and he's got a couple of other ones he's running out there for the weekend. Big old American flag right there. That's Merca right there. 67 right there in 4th place. Ruben Altiz, my buddy Ruben, Louisiana native, or I think he's Louisiana. You know, I didn't pull that up. Good reminder for myself to pull things up that I'm supposed to. He's such an amazing person. We've talked to him a couple of times out there. Our top 20 up so we can see where all of our guys are from. For the Virginia area, so just a little bit north of that. Apologize about not having that right. Anyhow, Ruben Altis, the 59 machine, he's going to be right there, restarting behind Donald Wooten in his iRacing machine. Doomsday Tactical right there on the side, Living Waters on his hood. And see it on the back of it right there. I kind of want to take a look. Living Waters, Assembly of God, right there on the back of it, so supporting his church. Wonderful things going on. It is America. We are the greatest country in the world, in my opinion. There are other countries out there, but I love our country. I served our country for almost 9 years and loved every moment of it. There's our race leader, single file restart because of the back-to-back cautions. 43 out front. There's the 25 of Andretta applying pressure to the tires. The 3, and everybody goes around back there. Yeah, caution's going to come back out. Another single file restart ahead of us. Shane Corcoran's going to be your race leader. That's good. Dive back down in front of the 25 and collect his lead. We're going to go back to look at that. That was just an aggressive start. Everybody ready to go. Lap 52 where the caution came out. There's the restart right there. Follow along. Donald Wooten getting collected by the 67 a little bit, and then just kind of collected a few vehicles out there. There's the number 3, Donald Wooten, getting turned around. The reason for the caution today. A little extra connection. New tires, new car, ready to go. There is a mix of driver class. If you look on your screen, you see the A, Bs, and all that stuff. That is the racing list. Whoa! Donald getting turned around again. Stop right there, collect at the back of the field. And doing a good job trying to stay out of there. He just kind of spun out a little bit. Does happen. These things are... They do have a... Excuse me. They do have a lot of horsepower. And they do turn quite easily. The SKs are a little bit more controlled, a little bit more center of downforce right there. But still not anything to sweat over. Donald Wooten... all the way down to 10th now, 1 lap down. Corey Doss as well. Corey Doss is the, of course, head of all of the DSR Whelen Modified. He's in charge of something. That's what we're going to say. As we get ready to go back to green flag racing, we're going to have 70 laps to go. As this is completed under caution. 9:55 being completed under caution. Lights are still on the pace car. One more lap around before he turns them off, and then we'll have another single file restart. 2 cars off the lead lap. Mitchell Dranowski's all the way there in the back. Was doing a great job leading just a little while ago. The Sean Corcoran and the 43, and then Chris Andretta, the number 25. Ruben Altis is going to be up there to 3rd from 5th to 3rd. He does that quite a lot. Matt Lovett back up front as well. He's going to restart outside of Ruben Altis. And then Stephen Witt, the number 11, in the mix, ready to get some things underway. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to have a single file restart, and there'll be some fun right here from Stafford Motor Speedway. My name is Jason with Signature Esports. We are broadcasting live from the virtual Stafford Motor Speedway with iRacing. DSR Whelen Modifieds, brought to you by Innovox Solutions. Pace car went down pit road, and they said, "Let's go, let's get it running." Oh, 67 went off a little bit, but nothing big. 25 trying to make a move on the outside of the 43. As you see, the exit of the turn is the most important. The 43 getting a little bit loose right there. Does a good job trying to save it. Matt Levitt right on his tail, though. Going to dive hard on the inside. Maybe just a little bit. Misses it. The 11 right on the tail of Ruben Altisen at 59. There's the 14 of Levitt trying to make a pass on Shane Corcoran. Chris Andretti, your race leader. Inside line trying to make it work right there. Looks like the outside starting to come together just a little bit. But a tire rub will take some momentum away from you. Is that what happens with the 43 of Shane Corcoran? And caution will come out. We're going to see what happened right there. As I believe some people got collected. I believe Ruben Altise was one of them. There's Ruben Altise getting some pressure from the 11. Coming around the corner. Gets turned by the 11, and my goodness. Gotta let off the throttle a little bit. Try to go to the inside. Common courtesy. That was a traffic jam. Stephen Witt up to 4th place. Ruben Altise falls all the way back to 9th, but not something that can't be overcome. Ruben Altise on pit road. Trying to get himself collected. There's the 67 right there. Trying to find his pit stall, I think. There he is. Sitting inside. Stopping. Everybody being collected. Some tires being changed. All they got to do is try to get around. Free pass car right here is going to be, it's like the 3 of Donald Wooten. There is the 67 of Michael Newton, and then Ruben Altise coming off pit road. Trying to get back ahead of the pace car so they don't fall a lap down. First car not on the lead lap, and is the next lucky dog, Corey Doss, number 2. There he is, your race leader. I believe we're going to have another single file restart after that. Could be wrong. I've been wrong about less. Chris Andretti, number 25, out front. Matt Levitt right behind him. Shane Corcoran right there in the number 3. Speaking of people to talk to, want to make sure that I bring him into the broadcast booth and see how he is doing, getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Mr. Andretti, I know it's a lot of cautions, but at the same time, you're doing a good job on the restarts. Any advice for drivers out there wanting to get in the Whelen Modifieds? Mr. Andretti, Jason with the broadcast booth, you got me? Well, Mr. Andretti might be busy in there, so we'll put him back where he belongs, and everything will be all right. Matt Levitt out there as well. Corey Doss, Donald Wooten catching some breaks right there, but Ruben Altise back there in 9th after getting spun around and collected with the number 11 right there, Stephen Witt. Andretti, Levitt, Corcoran, Witt, and Drunowski. That is your top 5. We're going to go back to Green Flag Racing just a little bit. Lights are off on the pace car. You're going to see him dive down. Andretti, Levitt, Corcoran out there. Nose to tail as the 04 tries to make the 11 go a little bit sooner than what he did. Didn't want to collect him, so had to move to the outside a little bit. Drunowski making a high pass on the outside. 43 right there. Has the 11 all over his tail, but the 04 is going to make it interesting on the inside. There's the 25 of Andretti out front. 43 just a little off the pace with the 14 right behind your race leader. 0-4 inside the 11 back there. You see him make that pass, the 11 getting into the wall just a little bit. There's a little bit of collection right there. The collection plate from Church is gone. There is a little bit of spinneroonie going. And we are back under caution once again. It's right there in front of our screen. This is 0-4, back up to 4th place. Like a little bit of a traffic jam. Kind of saw that one unfold just a little bit. We'll go back and we'll take a look at what happened right there. There is the 59. Had nowhere to go after those guys kind of checked up in front of him. We're going to back it up. We're going to take a look at it right here. We're going to ride along the inside of Ruben Altis's vehicle right here. Here it is. Those guys being aggressive in front of him. Gyro cam. Oh, he dives down. Had nowhere to go. Gets collected in the rear end. 0-5 gets turned. He tries to be patient. And now we're back at it. There's the 59 of Ruben Altis. Back around. Lap 70 being completed under caution. Catch up with our race leader, the 25, Chris Andretta. Matt Lovett out there as well, running in 2nd place. Matt Lovett, always someone fun to talk with. Shane Corcoran out there, Mitchell Gronowski, Stephen Witt, all having fun. Donald Wooden back up from 9th to 7th. Michael Newton out there as well, number 67 machine. The backstretch. Camera 2. Camera 1. I love the cameras in iRacing when you set them the way that you want them. It's amazing what kind of detail that you can get out of it. Fun little game. Simulator. We can't call it a game. It's a simulator. Might get in trouble for calling it a game. I don't want to do that. Lap 72 being completed under the yellow flag, and we want to make sure that we, of course, and always mention that sponsor out there, the one that put the show on. Fantastic Innovox Solutions. Remember that they are a developer and distributor of superior oxidative disinfecting solutions for use in both the home and the workplace. Innovox Solutions' goal is to provide products that quickly eliminate bacteria, viruses, mold, and mildew, odors, and allergens from environments that could be potential health threats, without exposing users to harsh chemicals and residues. For more information, go to InnovoxSolutions.com. That's INNOVOX Solutions.com. They've got a shop there. They've got resources, and they're sponsoring one of the fastest short tracks for these guys. The 25 of Chris Andretta out front. 14 of Matt Lovett. And Mitchell Gronowski, who started the race out front, looking to continue to do so right there. There's the 11 outside of the 43, trying to make a move, but Chris Andretta trying to make everybody go, ooh, almost got turned around. Someone did. The 67 of Michael Newton having a drop off. Got a little bit loose on the exit. Now, when I test drove this track, caution's back out once again. The exit of the turns are amazingly, I mean, just if you get into the gas too early, you literally are going to turn that car. There's very, very little that you can do to save it unless of course you let off the gas and tap the brake. Because if you put it hard into the brake right here, you end up turning even worse. So that being the case, let's do something real quick. We're going to go and we're going to take a look at how that works. First, we're going to take a look at the caution right here. There's the 67 off track. There is Donald Wooten right there, high on the track with Mr. Altice in front of him. Gets a little, oh, he has to come off track to avoid. I think that was the 11 right there. We're going to back it straight up, and we're going to click play right here after we select the 11 car, and there he is. There's the 11 coming back around, gets loose and turns it. Ooh, goodness gracious. And that was on the exit of a turn. That was talking about it. Ooh, goodness gracious. Let's back that up real quick again one more time. And we're going to ride along, and you're going to see what I'm talking about and how loose this corner is right here from the front stretch. We're going to ride along with the 11 car. Very, very, very bright car, but here we go. Here, the let off on the gas, into the brake. And he got into the gas, hit that paint, turns around, and, oh, goodness gracious. And boom! Almost blows his engine. My goodness. 11 of Stephen Witt. Right there. Now 3 laps down. I think he is waiting on repairs. And getting tires changed virtually, as you see it right there. Back up to the race leader. This is Chris Andretta. Matt Levitt's right behind him. Mitchell Janowski, Shane Corcoran, and George Jackson. That's your top 5. Everybody having fun here. Lap 79 being completed under caution. Trying to keep those tires warm. Here's that Ford Mustang pace car. Everybody knows. iRacing. Lights are off on the pace car. Try to see. I think we're going to have a double file restart. I'm fibbing. Single file restart. Speaking of single file restart, let's ride along. See that long, beautiful look at all those vehicles. There's Matt Levitt. We're going to restart right behind the race leader with Matt Levitt at number 14, who's celebrating nicely. Pace car is off. 25 checks up just a little bit to get a run on everybody. There is Matt Levitt's going to lose that. He's got the 04 inside of him. You hear it, the tires squealing just a little bit. This is what it looks like from the inside. Whelen Modifieds. Open wheel race cars right here. You can see these guys kind of at your racetrack. 25 gets a little bit loose right there. Almost just hear it. Great race off of turn 3. Collects himself right there into turn 1. Lap 83 being completed. Green flag conditions. Matt Levitt riding along with him in 3rd place. Somebody gets turned around right there. Caution's going to come out. And we are going to be back to it here in just a little bit. There was a Matt Levitt right there. Looks like our good buddy Donald Wooten is part of that. We're going to ride along with his gyro cam right here. This time is hard on the inside. Gets loose. You hear him get loose right there. Tries to get back in the gas. Comes back off the track. Oh, gets clipped a little bit by the driver behind him. And that's what happened right there. As nothing could be done. Let's back up just a little bit. We'll ride along with him in just a moment. So he gets a little bit loose. There you go. You see him get loose right here as we have super slow-mo. See those tires turn, and he comes around, tries to collect himself, does a great job, tries to get the gas settled, but collects the 05 right there of Michael Newbrow and gets turned around right there. And there it is. That is the start of the cause of the caution. There is Donald Wooten, 1 lap down. It says we're going to go back up to our race leader. Nakamura on the pit road getting some repairs. Lights on the pace car. That's a little flashy flash going on. Lap 86 being completed under caution. And this is Jason. I'm going to take a vocal break. I'll be right back with you in just a moment. Innovox Solutions. Double file restart for this one. Race leader Chris Andretta, Mitchell Dranowski in the 04 is going to restart outside. Matt Levitt at number 14 is going to restart on the inside of Shane Corcoran at number 43. All of these guys have led at some point or another. Ruben Altis, that Living Waters Assembly of God vehicle right there, the 59. 25, a restart jump right there. 04 of Dranowski was right there as well. He is all over the tail of the 14 of Matt Levitt, who passed on the inside on the restart. 1, 2, 3, the leaders go. The 04 using the solid concrete right there to get a heck of a run off of the corner. That might be the key on passing, getting below that paint, coming up, pushing people up to the outside. The 04 trying to make a run on the 25 right there. Chris Andretta having to use that high line. The 14 of Levitt right there, tire to tire with the 25. We're going to try to make a pass right there. The outside lane being a little bit more productive for the 25 as those guys fight, and the 04 starts to pull about a half a second away from them. Running the harder, cleaner lap as the 14 and the 25 unable to chase him down currently. 14 in front of the 25. 25 is going to dive and do a switcheroo move, try to run the inside of Lovett. And you see those guys right there, the 04 of Dranowski out front by 0.6 of a second. We are going to switch our camera views. There's our 04 right there. The front stretch right there, coming off the start-finish line. Lap 94 being completed as we speak. There is the look at the gap between the Lovett and Dranowski as they're about to have some lap traffic to contend with. The 14 of Lovett gaining some ground with the 25. Now working together as you see the gap shrinking from 0.6 seconds down to 0.3. So they are right there closing in on the bumper of the 04 of Dranowski. Dranowski, Lovett, and Andretta, that's your top three. They're about to meet Donald Wooten in the rear as the 3 tries to stay up high to make sure he stays out of the way. Andretta passing on that back, on that last turn in between turn 2, taking second place away from Matt Lovett. Ooh, Donald Wooten gets sideways into the grass. 04 has to slow up. 04 doing a great job. 25 of Andretta right there, tire to tire with him. 04 going to look to have to fall in line. Gets a little bit loose right there. Now Chris Andretta is your race leader. Good job, Donald Wooten, for not collecting the leaders. As you see, nose to tail, these guys are all right there. 14 of Matt Levitt keeping pace with the race leaders. Chris Andretta back out front. Lap 99 underway. There is the 67. Michael Newton, B-class driver out of the New England area. About to meet the race leaders. Doing a great job trying to stay high. Doesn't know. You never know. He dives down low to get out of their way. Comes back up on the track to collect his way. 67, lap 100 completed. 25 laps to go. 04 of Drunowski running the inside. Andretta runs up high. Now Drunowski out front. There is Lovett right there on the quarter of the 25. And 04 locking the brakes up. You see the smoke coming out of the tires. I don't know if you saw that right there. We might just ride along with our race leader for a little bit. When he brakes, you can almost see smoke coming out of the it. At least I did just a second ago. I don't know if he was spinning them out or what he was doing, but you can almost see it. We're going to ride a lap or two around with him and see if we see that again. Maybe I was just fooled. Possibility. There's the 25 of Andretta right behind him. Having to use that mid-high line. A lot of steering going on. Whoa, there's the 3 of Donald Wooten. And good job of these guys missing him, getting spun around. Mr. Donald trying to get his things together. Competing really well with these guys, but still a lot to learn. As he's been working on his setup here recently after we've talked with him. He does a great job with race control and some other things that we've had him help with over here at Signature Esports. And just all around good guy. Mitchell Danowski is your race leader. There's Chris Andretta in the 25 machine. Man, love it. Third place. Things are going to get interesting as we now have 20 laps to go. 2 attempts at a green-white checker. That's what I'm told. 67. Michael Newton free pass car right there. Coming around to get a lap back. Stephen Witt 2 laps down currently. As Donald Wheaton is now 3 laps down. Off to the race leader. Mitchell Drunowski. You guys get to see who I'm following along with. I like the new one of the new overlays that I've been working with, trying to make it work for some of the smaller leagues because they don't need as much as the small leagues. You got 14, 15 drivers, but I don't need as much with them to broadcast with, so it doesn't carry a bigger load whenever I run 2 computers. And these guys to use this it's a RaceLab app that I'm using. I do use ATVO as well. ATVO is a great platform to build your own overlays on, and I've done that as well. Love those things. Takes a lot of time, very time consuming, but at the same time it's just a lot of fun. Can't be mad at how to make broadcasts better, especially all of you guys out there to watch. Mitchell Drunowski is your race leader. Chris Andretta out there out front. Matt Lovett's going to be in 3rd. Ruben Altice is going to be in the 4th place position. Going to restart outside of Matt Levitt. And Shane Corcoran at number 43. Keep it up there. He's going to restart 5th. He has Corey Das at number 2. He is holding on right in the back. First car not on the lead lap is Stephen Witt, 2 laps down. Pace car is off the track. We're going to go back to green flag racing right here. There's the 04, the 25, the 14, and the 59. And that is going to be your top four. 43 of Altiste right there. The 43 of Corcoran right there as well. There is the 04 right on the exit of the turn. You see a little bit straighter turn as he dives a little higher, comes a little higher on his exit. Right there on the paint, putting those tires right to that white stripe. It's all dirtied up with tire goo or rubber, whatever you want to call it. You see a bow exit or bow entrance. And we're going to come around turn 1. Turn 4 is a little bit more rounded. It's a little bigger turn. The 25 of Andretti trying to keep up with the race leader. Lap 112 underway. You see the 04 trying to make that turn just a little bit more precise and rounded instead of bowed. 1, 2, 3 once again, and Dranowski, Andretti, and Lovett did a great job of keeping each other in check. Ooh, a little bit of looseness out of the 45. You heard it kind of right there as they were getting into a tire wear. Always going to be a factor. There is lap 114 being completed under green flag conditions. 04 trying to make a run for it, but the 14 right there is to the inside of the 25. 25 getting a little bit loose right there. As you see Lovett trying to dive down. Andretti making moves, trying to keep his position. Lap traffic to be contended with here in just a moment. We come to the stripe right here. We're going to have 10 to go from Stafford Speedway. 04 in the lead. Dranowski, Andretti, Lovett. Shane Corcoran from 5th to 4th. Now Altiste right there as well. He is in 5th place. You see everybody running. 04 doing a great job. Now to contend with lap traffic. The 25 slowing up just a little bit. Has Lovett roll over his rear bumper. As you see the 04 making sure that he keeps traffic above him. And that traffic, no doubt, going to be a contention here as the 14 of Lovett has to dive in front of the 7 of George Jackson. He's now 1 lap down. There's the 04, the 25, and the 14. Long green flag run so far. Donald Wooten about to be in the sights of the race leader. As the 14 gets a little bit loose right there. The 25 gets, and the race leader gets turned a little bit. It gets loose. I'll have to go back and take a look at that. As that was kind of fun. That being said, I believe we're going to have a couple of laps to go. Chris Andretti out front again. We're going to go right here. It's Donald Wooten. Donald Wooten was going up high right there. Let's take a look at it from the 25's point of view. This is that turn. We're gonna watch it in super slow-mo. Well, half speed. Coming to the start-finish line, you see Donald Wooten giving enough room up there. He goes high. You see him right there. He wants to make sure, and just a little bump right there going into the turn, and Chris Andretti is out front. 04 Dranowski ends up moving to the back. But we are just a few laps away from being completed here. We will see what happens. Overhead look of these fantastic cars. Whelen Modifieds, one of my favorite series, next to, of course, the A-Cup or the NASCAR series, the Monster Energy Cup series. As far as oval racing, and then, of course, the F1 series or the Formula cars over on the tracks. I love watching those and broadcasting for those as well. going to be an interesting restart right here. We've got the 25, the 14, the 43 is up there as well. 7 of George Jackson was a lap down, and it is a lap down, so he's probably going to have to end up he's either going to get the free pass or he's going to end up dropping to the back to restart back there in his appropriate spot. He is the first car not on the lead lap right now. Stephen Whitman, number 11, as well. So you're going to see it right here. There's the 25, the 14, and there's going to be a couple of lap shootout as we get ready to go green flag racing once again. Backstretch right there. By my calculations, it's going to be your first attempt at a green-white checker. Lights are on the pace car. Or it's going to be a one-lap shootout. We're going to see right here, lights are off on the pace car. It is going to be our first attempt at a green-white checker. Lap 124 of 126 now being completed under caution. We're going to go back to green, have a two-lap shootout, see who's going to win this thing. There is a long look at the 25 Andretti. Love it. Outside of him restarting in that second place position. Shane Corcoran, the number 43, is going to be right there as well. Ruben Altice up there in fourth. Michael Newton, the 67, back up to fifth place. Green flag run. That's what they want. 2 laps to go. They got to come around to the white flag. If they don't come around to the white flag, then that's going to be the issue. Whoa, there's going to be a caution right there. Couldn't get back up to speed. Somebody flipped over inside and out. Changed their undergarments because, my goodness, if you were wearing, we're just going to go all the way back around real quick. It's just going to be that easy because we saw it right here. And take a blimp view. Here comes that restart. 4 right there. See who flips. Oh, it's like 67. We're going to back that up just a little bit. And right here is the 67 of Newton and the 2. So let's come forward just a little bit. There's the 2 of... Oh, that was the 2 of Corey Doss. Gets right into the 67. He kind of does a little flipperoonie. And back up just a little bit. We're going to ride along with what the 67 sees. In just a second. Here it is. Going around the corner. Corey Doss trying to go up high. Oh, hits the corner. Kind of goes straight into the wall. Everybody gets collected. We're spinning around in circles. Thank goodness we are not wearing VR headsets. That might give you a headache. Just a little bit. There is the 67 of Michael Newton. He's going to stay out. There's look right there. There's your race leader, Chris Andretti. So I believe it's going to be a single file restart due to the fact it was back-to-back cautions. And that'll make things interesting. Still another 2-lap shootout. Final attempt at a green-white checker. Excuse me. Chris Andretti, Matt Lovett, Shane Corcoran, or Sean Corcoran, I'm going to say Sean. Ruben Altice, Mitchell Drunowski. And then we've got Newton, Doss, Witt, Jackson, Wooten, New Brownmore, and good old Race Control. Doing a great job out there. Biggest mover of that restart was the 04 of Mitchell Drunowski. He went from 9th to 5th on that drive. Everybody having a lot of fun out there, of course, and always. We're going to see how this restart is going to happen in just a second. Double file restart. Lights are off on the pace car. Last attempt. We're going to have a race winner. Come heck or high water. 25, 14, 43. and the 59. Then the 04, the 67, those are your top 6. Last car not on the lead lap is the 7 of George Jackson. And, well, we're going to see how it plays off here. 25 out front. There is that race off. You're going to see the 25 dive hard right there. Going to keep the 14 in check. The 04 pushing it as hard as he can. And I'm going to dive hard on the inside. I love it. Trying to catch that tire. Back to the stripe. White flag waves right here from Stafford with the DSR Whelen Modifieds. 25 of Andretti out front. The 04 trying to play catch up. Gets a little bit loose right there. There's Levitt, last attempt at the front. And does not have enough. And there's your race winner, Chris Andretti. 04. Lovett Drunowski finishes 3rd. Andretti, Lovett, Drunowski. Then Michael Newton coming in 4th. Corey Dawson in 5th. Started in the back. There is Andretti. What an incredible show for everybody. There's the 43 right there. Shane Corcoran. Andretti there to take his parade lap. Speaking of Mr. Andretti, there he is.
Howdy.
How you doing? Congratulations on your win. I know that we watched it unfold. We watched you and the 04 Drunowski battle back and forth. Lovett was up there as well, but it seemed like you guys were giving and taking just a little bit. Congratulations on your win, of course, and always. Tell us how that last couple of restarts went for you.
It seemed like with me in the 04, nobody wanted to be out front. If he was second, he was certainly quicker than me. If I was second, I seemed to be quicker than him. These cars are tough. They're really loose, and once, we got to that 3 car, he almost caused a wreck a couple times with us, and then it seemed like the 04 checked up a little hard in 1 and 2 when he was in front of us that last time, and I just got into him by accident, not intentional.
Yeah, we rode along with you. We saw how that happened. It seemed like the 3 was trying to go high to give you guys room, and when he checked up, it seemed like he checked up thinking that maybe he was going to get down there a little bit, and next thing you know, you're into the rear of him. But that does happen. It seemed like he checked up just a little hard, but it was still a great race. You guys battled back and forth. I know the 14 was out there a little bit too as you celebrate that Pete Elda's Jam 25 machine. And you wanted to give a shout out to?
I'm giving a shout out to my little girl and my wife sitting right here. They put up with this iRacing and me having fun on Thursday nights, and they're watching a movie waiting for me to get done so I can sit next to them and watch the rest of this movie with them.
Well, fantastic. Out of the New Jersey area, say hello to your family for us as well. And go enjoy it. Happy 4th of July to you, and good job on your win.
Thanks. Have a good weekend, and see you guys in a couple weeks at Thompson.
Thompson Motor Speedway is going to be the next one up. Chris Andretti right there, your race leader, number 25. Doing a great job, of course, and always trying to have a clean race. Well, it's been real. It's been fun, and I do believe that is it for today. I think they're gonna have a bye week next week with the DSR Whelens, or they're gonna have I do believe they're gonna have an all-star race. We're still waiting to figure it out, but if not, then we'll have a bye week next week. I know we're gonna be back when they go to Thompson. They're gonna go back and they're gonna be a part of. They're gonna be on Tuesday nights. So DSR Whelen Modifieds. Last time on Thursdays. We're going to be on Tuesday nights if we don't have a race next week. So I do appreciate everybody out there. Everybody did a great job. A lot of fun. And it was very exciting. Let's go over a little bit about the race summary. Your race winner, of course, Chris Andretti. We had 14 cautions for 69 laps. So just a little over half, which is to be expected in these little bitty racetracks. Let's go over our results real quick. Chris Andretti is going to be your race winner, the number 25. Matt Lovett right there. Apologize about some things being in the way. Let's get rid of that real quick. There we are. Chris Andretti is your race winner right here at Stafford Motor Speedway. Matt Levitt in second. Mitchell Janowski in the 04. He drove his way back up there and tried to take that lead back away. Got a little bit loose on the second restart and moved himself up there. Michael Newton finishing 4th, and Corey Doss up there to 5th. Stephen Witt 11th. Shane Corcoran right there in the number 43 machine finishes 7th. Ruben Altis finishes 8th. Jackson, the number 7 machine, finishes 9th, and then Donald Wooten finishes 10th. We're gonna get our results. Make sure Michael Newbrow finishes 48 laps down, but gives it a good old gung ho. And then Patrick Moore right there, and the number 38 finishes 12th. And Jeffrey Herrick, just for the sake of reasoning, good job for entering the race as race control. Finishes 13th. And that's kind of going to do it for us. I appreciate everybody out there watching. We appreciate everything that you guys do. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, share buttons, all that stuff. Find us on Twitch, twitch.tv/JLfollow. And then on YouTube, Signature Esports on there, Signature Esports on Facebook as well. If you are part of the DSR Whelen Modified Solutions Facebook group, make sure you give a like and share this to all your friends. My name is Jason. I'm with Signature Esports. And, of course, and always, this is the DSR Whelen Modified series brought to you by Innovox Solutions. Find out more about Innovox Solutions. Make sure you go to the website, innovoxsolutions.com. That's INNOVOX Solutions.com. I appreciate every single one of you, and we will see you this Monday night for the No Limit Thunder series. And then also, we were going to be broadcasting this Saturday because it's the 4th of July. We are going to take that day off, and I believe the league's going to the Saturday Night Fever League's going to take that day off as well. And we're just going to enjoy the weekend. Happy 4th of July, and enjoy every minute of it in this fine, fantastic country of ours.